Good morning, everybody. How you doing, sir?
All right, man. Blessed to see the second day of September the 23rd. September 2023. Do this Saturday morning show with you, sir.
Oh yeah. It's a beautiful day. Good morning, and definitely blessed to be here. And it's a wonderful day. It's gonna be hot down here again, and nice and great weather up there for you guys. And I'm excited. We're excited. We got a great show for you people out there. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for coming in this morning. Don't forget to click like, click share, and call your friends. Let them know it's that time again. It's that time. Come on, Felix is on the internet, and they talk this crazy sports, and we get down. Don't forget to, if you haven't already, go ahead and join our sports group page on Facebook. Go ahead and click on that. We're going to have a thing you can scan periodically through the day when I bring that up. Make sure you scan on that. Join the group. We're growing and we're growing and we're growing. We want to continue to grow with you. If you're a casual watcher of the show, that's fine. But come on, join us. Come on, be with us and let us know that you're there, and make sure you comment over things we talk about, because we make sure we include you, because without there's the show, without you, there is no show. All right, we're going to get on down to it. NFL preview, we're going to go last show we did AFC. This show we're doing the NFC. We're going to start in the East, where we have the Cowboys, Giants, Eagles, and Commanders. Let's see. You as the people said, Eagles, Cowboys. Let me make sure I got that right. Is this my? No, let me go to. I'm in the wrong area. Let me go to the wrong. Is that right? Let me see. Let me see. See. Here go the fun part about. Yep. Yeah, I guess it's going to be right. Yeah, that's right. Cowboys. No, I'm sorry. Eagles, Cowboys, Giants, Commanders. That's what you guys said as a people. So we're gonna stick with that.
No.
And so no. So I'm asking you, Felix. So of course you are first. Are we sticking with that? What you think?
I say Philly. I say Eagles, Giants, Cowboys, Commanders.
Okay, all right. Let me put that in there. Let me type that in here. Felix. Felix say Eagles 1.
Eagles, Giants.
Okay.
Cowboys.
Giants.
Cowboys, then the Commanders.
Cowboys. Commanders. All right. You agree with them? They're gonna be 4th, that's for sure.
Yeah. The Commanders is horrible. Absolutely.
Okay. I had a little different thing. I got to find my graphic. There it is. Okay, here we go. Myself, I said Philly, Cowboys, Giants, Commanders.
Well, we both agreed the Commanders last.
So let me change that really quick. So Cowboys, you got Cowboys in 3.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So all right, there we go. And you got the Eagles at 1. We agree with that one.
Yep.
All right, you got the Giants at 2.
Yep.
And we both got the Commanders at 4. All right, I got my right graphic up now. I can go back and forth. I'm ready. All right, I got it. All right. I don't see where this is going to be. I think the Commanders are just a little bit away in terms of they're going to do well towards the end. I think the sentiment around the program all the way together is a lot better than what it was a year ago, of course, with the new ownership group.
Okay.
And I wouldn't be surprised if they actually wind up, even though they may be in 4th place in the division, with a halfway decent record for the year.
So 9-8.
Could be.
Okay.
But then that means that the Eagles, Giants, and Cowboys are going to have to be 10 or above, and that's going to be kind of difficult.
Right. Absolutely.
That's going to be kind of difficult. So it's possible. It's definitely possible.
Yeah.
It's definitely possible. All right, let's move forward to the South. To the South, we got the Saints, Falcons, Buccaneers, and Panthers. What you think, sir?
Got the Saints, Panthers, Falcons, and Bucks.
Okay, so Saints 1. And Panthers 2.
Correct.
Carolina Panthers 2.
Yes, sir.
Woo. Woo. And what's your 3?
3 is the Dirty Birds, the Falcons.
Okay.
And 4 is the Bucks. Because Tom ain't walking through that door, so there it is.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield.
Yep. Okay. I went straight this way. Saints, Falcons, Buccaneers, Panthers. And Panthers got that rookie quarterback, man. It's going to be a little tough for them. That's why.
You talking about the Heisman Trophy winner? Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Right.
I think it's going to be a little tough for him this year. Honestly, I don't know if he's going to be able to keep him. You got him in 3rd, so let me make sure I got that graphic right. You got him.
No, I got
Carolina. No, you got Carolina in 2nd.
I trust in the Heisman Trophy winner. Yeah, absolutely. I do. He won a national, and he won the Heisman. All right.
Well, okay, all right. Well, okay. Ooh, but that's a tall order. I don't know.
He play offense. He don't play defense. Defense make plays. They're not bad. They're not a bad team. Not at all.
Okay. All right. Would you consider the South to be the worst division in the NFC or the West?
The South is the worst. Yeah, by far. And then, yeah, the South is the worst. Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Because I think that New Orleans is gonna run away with it, the division anyway.
You know what? I don't know because we don't know what David Carr is, right?
Well, we know what David Carr is. Oh, we definitely know what he is. He can spin it. He can lead them, and he's in a division where he's with a culture staff that believes in him. So his confidence is going to be there.
He never won a playoff game.
That's true. But nobody
That's
else.
We don't know what he is. We don't know what he is.
We gonna see. I got confidence in him to win the division. I don't know much further they're gonna go further than that, but win that division, yes.
Okay.
And I wouldn't be surprised if we see famous Jameis up in there doing this thing as well. The reason why I say that, I New Orleans have a habit of getting their quarterback hurt.
Well, yeah, okay, but then that's what I'm saying. Okay, so if Carr gets hurt, you got to fall back on famous Jameis. He didn't even play last year. What did he play? 3 games last year?
Right. Yeah.
That's right.
When he
so
then
the season's
he was the leading
out
quarterback in the league.
You say what?
He was the leading quarterback in the league when he was at the beginning of the season.
And he also threw as many touchdowns as he threw interceptions.
No. That was the year before.
That was when he was with Tampa Bay, though. So okay,
right.
I see new atmosphere, new city. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. So we gonna see. We both still like the Saints. Now here comes the fun part. It's undisputed. I think it's gonna be 1.5, and 4-4. We got Arizona, Seattle, San Francisco, and the Rams. All right. I already know your number 1 is San Francisco. So let's start there.
San Francisco, Seattle, the Rams, and the Cardinals.
Oh, wow. That's exactly what I said.
Wow, what? We agreed today. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
We agreed to that. And I'm sorry, I forgot to include the people from the South. The people from the South said Saints, Panthers, Buccaneers, and Falcons. So let's see here.
They just flip-flop what I said, basically. They just put the Bucks 3rd and they put the Falcons 4th. That's all.
So everybody agrees so far that the Commanders and the Falcons are going to be in last place. We've all agreed on that one. The vote as well as the both of us. So
no. I got the Falcons 3rd. Yeah, I got the Falcons.
That's right. You're right. So you're right. And okay. All right. So I agree with them. Well, no,
Right.
my fourth team is the Panthers. My fourth team is Panthers. So, well, I guess we don't agree. I was just trying to take a eyeball it real quick, and I guess it didn't work out that way. But look, we the same in the West. San Francisco is going to be a beautiful thing in San Francisco.
Absolutely.
It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful in San Francisco. They got the quarterback that they want. They got Brock Purdy. They got rid of Trey Lance, who's with the Cowboys now.
Right.
And after that, Seattle is they're gonna do what they do. Seattle reminds me of Pittsburgh, and they also remind me of the Ravens. They do what they do. They run the ball first. They pass the ball, and they win games because they got good coaching over there. So I'll see them being in second, and then give them an opportunity to go to the playoffs. Definitely, yep, definitely. So Seattle, as long as Pete Carroll's there, he finds a way.
Yeah, he does.
He definitely finds a way. So last but not least, our home area, the NFC North, we have the Packers, Lions, Bears, and Vikings. The people said Lions, Vikings, Packers, Bears. That's what the people said. Lions, Packers. What I did was whoever got the most votes got one, and on from there. If you got the least votes, that's the place you got from the team.
Okay.
So what you think, sir? Who's your number one team?
The Vikings.
Okay.
Number two is the Cheeseheads, the Packers.
Okay.
Number 3 is the Bears, and number 4 is that team you wearing right now. so yeah, I'm telling you, y'all gonna be crying, man. Watch. 9, 10, and what? Let me see. Yeah, y'all gonna be crying.
Okay. Okay. All right. I've been kind of hitting at this one for a while. I think that Green Bay is going to be number 1.
Really?
Yes. I say the Bears are going to be number 2. I say the Lions and the Vikings are going to tie for 3rd/4th.
See, you don't even believe it. See, I told you.
We've been saying this forever, man. It's not that I don't believe, it's I don't believe, right? I think they're about a year away.
It's over, man. Look, for real. It's like, okay, Cinderella had to be home before what? Midnight? Or everything fell apart. It's midnight. It's about to fall apart. I'm telling you. They down there, Sheila Ford Hamp, they down there laughing because all these people done bought all them. Watch, man. Watch. Just watch. You're going to be like, okay, you said it, man. I'm glad that today is going to be a good day, like Ice Cube said. Today, because you actually seeing what I'm saying now.
I've said this before when you brought it out of me 2 shows ago. I'm a Lions man all day. See the hat, see the shirt. I believe every year that they're gonna do it, but at the end of the day, when the proof getting the pudding and you skim the top off the actual pudding, I don't know if the Lions gonna be there. I really don't. Okay. And what made me believe that was when we played our second preseason game, we played against Jacksonville.
Okay.
When their twos pretty much smacked our twos around, that let me know that if our ones go down, we in trouble. You can't play your ones the whole game. So you're going to have somebody who's going to have to be able to step in the backup role and step up and play. And I don't know if we have that kind of that kind of depth on our team. That's my thing. Do we have top talent? Do we have good talent on our starters? I would say for the most part, yes. But you need a full roster to get through a game.
Where's your talent at?
I think we have enough talent to be competitive in every game.
Where? What position?
We definitely got the best offensive line in the NFC. We can start there. We have a pretty decent defensive line. Of course, I'm a lineman. I always start in the trenches. Our linebackers are pretty solid. Our defensive backs can use a little work. Our running, we got a pretty solid running back in Amir. Our receivers, Amir Gibbs, the rookie.
Man, okay. Here we go, man. How
We got a
does that
quarterback
work? How does that work with a rookie? Okay, here we go. How did it work the last time with the rookie?
Who was our last rookie running back?
Javid Best. It didn't.
I knew that wasn't gonna happen, wasn't gonna work when when he got that big stinger and he was laying there looking like he was about to go on the rigor mortis in college. They should have never drafted him.
So my point is, how you figure it's gonna work this time?
Because he's an Alabama product. He comes from a proven program.
Really? That's what you're gonna be. That's what we doing. Really? Because he came from Alabama.
He came from a winning program. Winning begets winning. And if he's not winning, you got a good winning program. You coming from Little Sisters of the Poor, like Cal, which is what the other kid came from.
Okay, what about the year? What about the year when they drafted Cedric Irvin? Remember Cedric Irvin?
Yeah,
you don't remember Cedric Irvin, do you?
I remember Cedric Irvin.
Where did Cedric Irvin play ball at?
He went to Michigan State.
Okay, so how did that work out?
Not so well.
It didn't. That was the year Barry retired. That didn't work out, did it?
Expectations, man. You coming behind the Hall of Famer.
Oh my God. That's really real. Okay. Go back and sign AP, man. Bring Adrian Peterson back for goal line situations.
We don't know. We're gonna let him go ahead and
so
anything, bring your boy off the
Okay, so who gonna back up? Who gonna back up Amir Gibbs? The guy from
somebody. I forgot
Montgomery. The guy from Chicago, Montgomery.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know the kid's name, but they got somebody behind him. So I don't know. But that's my point, though. The 2s and 3s are sufficient in the depth chart. That's my point. I don't even know who the kid is. That's why I say if you can't play, you'll start us the whole game.
That's what I'm saying. So your backup is Montgomery. Montgomery was the running back over in Chicago. So all you did was take Chicago problem and add it to yours. Why not go out and see what you can do and get Jonathan Taylor? But like I tell everybody, you're going to miss Swift. Watch he go to Philly and be a dog. Watch what I tell you. It happens every time. It happens every time.
All right, really quickly, I want to make sure we acknowledge our guests. Thank you, Ms. Tabitha Goodner, for coming out this morning. DeRoy James Brown, Annette Green. Thank you. Greg, I know Greg was going to be here because he already taking your spot so far. Felix, he's stirring the pot. Broham, he was actually good with the Saints. I think he's talking about the quarterback with the Saints. And so we want to make sure we acknowledge everybody. Thank you so much for coming through this morning. And we're gonna move forward in just a second. We want to make sure that we got predictions for Thursday night, Lions and Kansas City, and we also got predictions for the game for Colorado game that comes up next against TCU. You know why? Because Deion is there. Deion, did you know that Deion is at Colorado playing against TCU? It must be the money. Did you know that? I gotta say that. Every time I watch anything on Fox, that's all they talk about. It's Colorado and Deion. They got him on in the next 2 weeks, and everything must be the money. Give my theme music. It's so ridiculous. Last night when I'm watching the state game, they didn't even do a halftime show because they wanted to talk about Deion. Ridiculous. But you'll see. We're going to talk about that soon. We got Rob Brown. Rob Brown says, dude, you digging way back in the time machine when you talking about these running backs. The lines are strong, offensive line, defensive line, the linebackers are good. The QB is good enough to win. Swift sprains an ankle when the win blows. Swift is a big if. He ain't never healthy, bro. All right, but I think Swift is going to do all right in Philly because of that environment. Philadelphia has set themselves up in terms of a program. where they're ready to go, where they can plug and play, much like in San Francisco, much like in Green Bay, which is why with those quarterbacks that they have, no matter as long as they got a solid quarterback, they're going to win the division. All righty. Moving forward, we're going to talk about baseball. All right. Talk about baseball. We're not going to spend a lot of time on baseball today. We're going to start off by giving kudos to the Little League World Series, to the California, winning it on a walk-off home run. That young man blasted that joker over the left field fence. And Lapeer, I want to say this young man's name is, out of California. They beat Coruscant, or Coracao, however you want to say it. But they won that game, so congratulations to them. Our Tigers, as of last night, were 60-74, third place in AL Central, 9 games behind the Twins. And I didn't get a chance to catch the score. I know they played last night before I got everything set up.
I think they won 4-3, something like that.
That's right. They won. So they're 61-74, and so they are 6-5 over our last since our last show. So 61-74. Before that, they were 55-67. So is that good, man? No, that's wrong. So that's 6-7 since our last show. They took it on the chin 3 times by the Yankees, who's not having much better of a season than we are, but they still lost. They lost 3 out of 4 Yankees down at Comerica Park, and now they're on the road. All righty. The Braves are in first place at 88-45, and the Dodgers are right behind them at 83-50. So it's September in baseball. That means we running down we getting close to the playoff mark. Before you know it, it'll be playoffs, and I'm looking forward to that because that's always one of my favorite times of the year in the fall, when baseball comes around. And we want to say hello to people at Automobile Server. Thank you for joining us. They say good morning, Felix and Kamau. Thank you so much. And they say go Tigers, of course, the hometown team, even with Myers. So come on, Myers, give us a give us a shout out. We put it right above my head, right? Can you see me? Yep, right there. We put you right there. So, there, right there. There we go. We gotta get the green screen. We gotta work on the green screen. We gotta do the weather a little bit more on Channel 4 or something, and then we'll be able to work the green screen a little bit better. All righty. We're going to move forward. We want to make sure we hit all our points today. College football. Start with the Big Ten. In the East, we have the Hoosiers, Maryland, Michigan State, Wolverines, Ohio, Penn State, and the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. So this is going to be fun. Let's just give our top 3. Let's just give our top 3 on this one. Who you got for first place?
Run that down again, man. Say who what now?
All right, we got Indiana, Maryland, Michigan State, Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State, and Rutgers.
There you go. Michigan, Ohio State, Michigan State. That's it. You said run the 3, right? There you go.
So you saying Ohio State won?
You see what I got on? The guy
Ohio State. Who you got 2? Who you got 2? Michigan.
He gonna win the Heisman, and they gonna play Georgia for the national. Absolutely.
So you got Ohio State in 2?
I got Ohio State 1.
I'm sorry, Michigan in 2?
No, man, Michigan false. I got Michigan State. I'm going green to go hard. Go hard and go home.
State 2.
Yeah, even after
last night.
Even
after what we saw last night, you got Michigan State going 2.
Let me tell you why. You always get a tune-up game, right? So okay. If they would have came out and blew them out 31-7 in the first quarter, what would you have said? That's what they're supposed to do. So you would have turned the TV off, right? You would have started watching something else. It's called intrigue. That's the same thing what Michigan gonna do today, right? They're gonna toy with East Carolina or whatever. Then they probably beat them something like 42-10. But eventually the sizzle's gonna fizzle out, right? Because you're gonna say, that's what you're supposed to do. But don't forget, one year Appalachian State came in there and everybody thought, well, I'm not saying East Carolina gonna beat them. I'm just saying Appalachian State did it too. Right, so. Right. Hey, watch. Watch it. Watch Steve Harris say something. Watch this. Watch this.
No, my boy Rob already on my back. My boy already on my back. He said I watched the second half. They shut him out in the second half. Yes, they did shut him out in the second half. I just think that that game stressed me to no end. I'm pretty sure my hairline went back a little bit further after watching that game last night, and I was stressed to the gills. I'm not gonna lie. And quite honestly, I don't think they would have played any better had Peyton Thorpe been there. Honestly, I really don't.
What I'm saying,
those drops.
This is what I'm saying. Okay, he can lose if he goes 8-4. That's what he need to do. That's the target. He need to go about 8-4. 8-4 gets you not a New Year's Day bowl, but somewhere close to New Year's Day. That'll keep it'll be a little bit quiet in East Lansing, right? Because then by that time, here come basketball season. Anything under 8-4, they're gonna want their money back. Because okay, you expect them to lose to Michigan, right? So if he beats Michigan, that's an upset. You don't expect them to beat Ohio State. You don't expect them to beat Penn State, and you don't expect them to beat whoever. So there's 3 losses right there. But if he can salvage and beat Minnesota, or he don't drop an Indiana, or he don't drop some game they should win, but he end up losing, okay, 8-4. That's what he should be priming his target for. 8-4. 8-4, they'll be quiet. They'll be a little bit quiet in East Lansing. Anything other than that, 7-5, 6-6, they're gonna want that paper back. Because you paid him. Think about it. You paid him before you got to see the real goods. Look what he inherited. We got Kenneth Walker. Wake Forest thought Kenneth Walker was trash. You don't really a running back like that don't really fall in your lap like that. My man left. He went to Florida State. Peyton, the other quarterback, he's a starting quarterback at Auburn, right?
I think they said Peyton got to start because we paying him, and he's gonna play himself out of the position. I don't think he won the position, quite honestly. Because I follow Auburn and I get their Instagram stuff. And and that coach is selling Peyton Thorne like he's selling a 1965 blue and gray DeSoto, like they sold they sold on Good Times. He's selling that car real bad. I don't know what's really gonna happen with Peyton Thorne, but I don't see him having success, the greater success that they think he's gonna have. All right, we got to move forward now. Who'd you say 3? So you got State 2, you got Michigan 3.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right. I'm going to say Ohio State 1. I'm going to say Michigan 2.
Got him.
Because it's hard to win 3-4 games in a row against your rival like that. So that's the only reason why. I still think that Michigan probably has a better team than them right now, and they got them psychologically.
I got a better team than who?
Ohio State got a better team than Michigan.
Oh, I thought you said Michigan got a better team than Ohio. So I was like, okay, he didn't went back across the street. Yeah, they got a better team. The only question is the quarterback, right? Because they breaking in a new quarterback. But if you notice, all we keep hearing about with Michigan is J.J. McCarthy, and you keep hearing about Blake Corum. I ain't heard nothing else. I ain't heard nothing about the defense. I ain't heard who he throwing it to. I heard about Roman Wilson. That's it. My man got drafted by the 49ers. The other guy.
I got Penn State at 3. That's who I got at 3.
You know what? I was gonna say Penn State, but the reason I can't say Penn State because Franklin is an idiot. He do dumb stuff, man, at the wrong time. He's an idiot. Them teams they didn't have, the teams he didn't have at Penn State. He do dumb stuff, man. It's like, dog, you want to give the game away. He's an idiot.
He reminds me of the Lions coach. He does dumb stuff at the wrong time.
Nobody's worse than Dan Campbell. Nobody. I have seen nobody worse than Dan Campbell.
So them two probably go have dinner once a week at the
I regress. Yes, it is one coach worse than Dan Campbell. Rod Marinelli. He was horrible. He was horrible. We're this far, we're this close away, we're this close. I say, man, he's saying this every Sunday. What are you close from? We're this close. We
Oh my God. Oh my God.
and right now the best coach would be Wayne Fonts.
For Lions history,
Wayne
no,
Fonts
whoever it was, I forgot the guy's name who won the last league championship. That even if it was in the 50s, he's still the best one because he got a championship.
No. Wayne Fonts was. Wayne Fonts took us a game away from the Super Bowl. They beat
No. He won the league championship. That's when Green Bay was beginning to get good.
Okay,
so
say it with me.
If you got a trophy, you the best. Wayne Fonts is number 2.
Not necessarily. No,
I love Wayne Fonts. He's still down in Florida playing golf right now, but he's number 2.
Wayne Fonts. Now, after that, okay, after Wayne Fonts, the best one they had after Wayne, but they quit on him, was Steve. Steve, man, Steve, they quit on Steve. They quit on Steve.
I agree.
They quit on
him. I agree.
Yeah.
All right. Rob say U of M 1, Ohio State 2, Penn State 3, and Michigan State 4. I don't even know if I can put Michigan State 4 right now. After what I saw yesterday.
Oh, for one game?
Oh, yeah. But do they look better than Nebraska and Minnesota? I don't know. Because that game, I might as well just took out shaved some wood and fried it and ate that the way that game was driving me crazy. That game was terrible. Man, that game was terrible.
Well, I mean, you got an NFL coach that's coaching college now. So it's going to take a minute for them to buy into that system. Matt Rule is the coach at Nebraska now, right? Yeah. He used to coach the Carolina Panthers, right? Mm-hmm. So he still got that type of mentality. So he has to transition it, right? It's like he got to get them to buy in and also remember that these are young men. They're not grown men. So once you get that, it probably about year 3, he'll probably get Nebraska. I'm not going to say back to the big red machine, but he'll get them decent. But who's to say he's going to be there to watch it all unfold? You know what I'm saying?
I agree. We got to jump to the West real quick. We had Minnesota, Illinois, Iowa, Northwestern, Purdue, Wisconsin, and Nebraska.
Yeah. Man, go to the next topic, man. Oh, that's true.
I agree with that on 100% on that one. I agree.
Go to the next.
Coming out of that division.
You know what? Who cares? Come out that division.
I'm gonna tell you coming out of there. Illinois.
Okay. To be all jokes aside, you know who might come out of there? Iowa. Why? They got Michigan's old quarterback. He transferred.
Yeah. Okay. So we both gonna go. You gonna go? I'm gonna go. Iowa, Illinois 1, Iowa 2. You got Iowa 1. Who else you got?
That's it.
You only get 1. Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's it. 1-0. I can't.
All right. That's cool. That's fine. Okay. So you got Iowa 1, and I got Iowa 2. All right. Here we go. SEC East. Missouri, Vanderbilt, Georgia, Kentucky, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Florida.
Georgia, Tennessee, Florida.
All right. Georgia, Tennessee, Florida's 3. Okay. I don't think Florida's going to be 3.
You're going off for one game, man. You're going off and Utah's not a bad team. And they played Utah at Utah. That's not a bad. I mean, that's a tough task. On the road, your very first game, that's a tough task. But you can't judge it off of one game. You played the sport. You know how it is when you play that opening week, you're gonna have offsides, you're gonna have stupid penalties, you're gonna have dumb plays, you're gonna have drop catches. You can't go off of one game, man. Because if the game would have went either way, like last night, if the game would have been 64-7. Michigan State over Central Michigan, everybody would have said that's what they were supposed to do, but they beat them 31-7. Yes, Mel Tucker said we had to get some of the jitters off, whatever. That's part of the first game. Last year, their very first game. No, was it last year? Year before last. They played at Northwestern. and it was Kenneth Walker's coming out party.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't know he was going to be a stud like he was. And he didn't even get invited to New York. So that's what I'm saying. You can't go off of one game.
Still a travesty. All right. Really quickly, Scott Fab says, bro, it's scripted. The Packers are going to win. Idiots. And we got Greg Brown. Tuck need to beat Washington. Yeah, I think we play them next week. Don't we play them at home next week?
Yeah. God, that's Michael Penix. Right.
Yeah, Penix is coming back. He on a revenge tour because last time he was with Indiana, he put up almost 400 yards of offense, and they lost in the last minutes. So we're gonna see how that turn out. I want to thank Nicole Comer for coming out. Love you, twin cuz. Thank you for coming out. All right, we're gonna talk about this SEC West. We got Alabama, Arkansas, Auburn, LSU, Mississippi State, Ole Miss, and Texas A&M. Probably the toughest conference in the country. What you got?
Alabama, LSU, Texas A&M.
Alabama, LSU,
Texas.
All right, I'm going LSU, and then Alabama, and then.
So you basing that off of LSU beating Alabama last year?
No, I'm basing that because that's my national champion team. I'm picking I'm picking LSU to win it all. That's my team.
Man, they about to lose tomorrow to Florida State. Are you serious?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah.
Okay.
Nah.
Okay.
Nah.
Okay.
I see LSU running the table. Honestly, I do. I see him do it.
With Brian Kelly at the helm? No. Dude can't coach.
Brian Kelly's a good coach.
He can recruit. He can't coach. He can recruit. Yeah, absolutely. One of the best.
I can tell you something else he can do. He can talk in that fake LSU dialect that he trying to talk to.
We want to win for our families.
But he's a LSU man. He's from Louisiana now.
Right.
He had to change his whole dialect. He can talk real good.
You went from Cincinnati to Notre Dame, from Notre Dame to LSU, and you picked up an accent on the plane from Notre Dame to LSU.
That's
wow.
Right.
Man, that's
that's my favorite part about him. He's good. He's a chameleon. He'll make himself ready for any situation that he needs to be a part of. And that's what a good salesman does. That's right.
Right.
All right. Let's see. So I like Georgia. Here's why. Georgia's in the best position. They're in the best position. They playing in the East. There's really the Gators are nowhere near what they used to be in terms of a team. Tennessee is up and down what they used to do. Missouri, Vanderbilt, South Carolina, Kentucky, Arkansas. Teams with talent who never seem to put it together. Except for Vanderbilt, Missouri jump in and out every now and then. Right. Vanderbilt, that's their women's sports teams they carry that school, and which is not a slight. That's not a fight at all.
The only threat to Georgia is Georgia. That's it. You get worried about the games where they're gonna blow people out, right? Once you see you're in control, you got the momentum going, you're up 35-7, you start to play lackluster. You start to not care anymore. You start to not go full throttle like you was going in the first quarter. That's where injuries come. You know what I'm saying? What's to say if they start to get bored, then they're their only Achilles heel. But ain't nobody. They about to 3-beat. Nobody's beating them, man. Nobody. The only team that got a chance is these guys right here that I'm wearing today. But I don't even think they can beat them. See, the Big Ten has players. The SEC has athletes, some different animals, man. Those are totally different animals over there.
I agree.
Period.
I agree 100%.
Uncle Nick, LSU are them different animals, man.
I agree. But it's hard for a team to go 3 in a row. So that's the reason why I'm not gonna put my eggs behind Georgia. Georgia got it. They got it together. No, I'm not saying that they don't, but it's hard for you to put it together like that.
I told you Steve Harris was gonna be like go blue. I told you. Hey,
all right, really quickly, we want to say.
I know that man like the back of my head. This side is lighter than this side. I know. I was like, it's coming.
All right. Rob Brown said the revenge tour was last year when Penix beat MSU. Tucking the boys to be on a revenge tour versus Washington. He said we played them in 2 weeks. Thank you, sir, for that correction. Thank you, Greg Brown. He says Florida sucks. They did not look good at all the other night. Thank you, Raheem Muhammad.
That's what I'm saying, but y'all judging it off of one game. How y'all saying they suck because they lost one game? Utah's not a bad team.
They're not. But they beat them like a big brother beat a little brother that's 12 to 15 years younger than him. That's how bad they beat them, in my opinion.
When you play when you're playing a power, I'm not even gonna say they're a power 5. I'm not gonna say Utah's a power 5. If what I'm saying is you're judging it off, okay, they went to Utah on the road. They went to Utah on the road. They breaking in a new quarterback. They doing all of that. What I'm saying is, if the game was at Gator, Ben Griffin's Hill Stadium, that atmosphere is electric. That score is not the same. The Heat would have got to Utah, all that. That's what I'm saying. You can't judge a game off of one game.
You got to use the original formula of the Gatorade.
You know what?
No, seriously, that's where Gatorade came from. The University of Florida. They called it Gatorade.
Some of this, and they would have been all right.
wait till I got for you for the predictions. Wait till we get the predictions. I got something for you. All right. Greg Brown says Florida sucks. Raheem Muhammad, we want to thank him for coming out of this. Raheem Muhammad, I think it is, played at Wayne State. Great player. Thank you. Stephen Harris is here. And we're going to move forward really quickly. The ACC is moving up to 18 teams. They got 3 teams coming over. Not everybody getting a lot of money, but Notre Dame is and not a part of the football practice, but they are part of the other sports. They're definitely part of the other sports. All right, we're gonna move forward. We got women's sports. We're gonna make sure we include the women. We want to make sure we give them their due. Start with track. Sha'Carri Richardson is tearing it up out there. She won the world championship, and then again this week she won in Zurich, and they are getting ready for in a couple of weeks they're gonna be in Oregon for the next big race, and they talking about they don't have a lot of the firepower for the ladies beyond Sha'Carri and the 2 ladies from Jamaica, so they're inviting world champions from the past so they can try and bolster the field. Right now, I have to apologize to Sha'Carri. I didn't think she was going to get back to where she is now. Yes, Ralph, she did beat her. She beat her in the world championship. I want to apologize. I didn't think she was going to get back, but she did what she's supposed to do. And right now, she is running with supreme confidence. You can just see it on her face in the middle of the race. Like I want to cuss, but she looked like they ain't gonna beat me. These bleep bleeps ain't gonna beat me. That's the look on her face. That's the look on her face. So I want to give her her kudos and apologize because I honestly didn't think she was gonna get back to where she is now, and she's doing fantastic.
On that note, I want to say an apology to you too, sir. You called that Notre Dame score. You did. I said it was gonna be a little bit closer. Yes, I apologize. You were right. I was wrong.
I forgot about that.
See, that's what I'm here for. I was like, I cannot believe this. They blew them out the water.
Yeah. It's a little because I saw Navy last year. And Navy need to they need to step back to 1A. I hate to say that. They do. Honestly, I'm not saying that as a slight, but for the level of people that they can attract for their team, that's where they need to be competitive. I hate to say that, but it's true.
Right.
That's just the truth. All right. In the WNBA, we got the Las Vegas Aces at 31-6, the Liberty at 28-7, Connecticut Sun at 25-11, and the Wings won last night, so that they're 20-16. They got a place in the playoffs now. They secured their place in the playoffs, and so I'm really proud of that. The former Detroit Shock, then the Oklahoma City team, now the Dallas Wings are back in the playoffs in WNBA. And more than anything, they've been ESPN has a great article out. So if you have an opportunity, go check this out, where they talk to a lot of the women's players, and they're talking about the issues that they're having with the teams in the league more than anything. They're saying the biggest thing that they have is traveling commercial. They have to travel commercial, so that means that if they have a game that's over at 11, they have a game, and the next day they got to travel out. They got to travel out on commercial, so that means the next flight's not to the next day. If that flight's delayed, they may not get to that game until an hour before the game, and so they're saying why can't they have chartered flights or team planes? I get it, but I'm gonna touch that in a second. Next thing we have, they talk about the team sizes, and that's right. They start off with 12, but if somebody get hurt, they don't bring anybody up. They don't sign people. They just go with what they have. So when I saw the Wings play against Washington, when Della Don didn't play, they only had 9 girls dressed to play, and they only played 7 or 8 of them. So they understand what they're saying in terms of team size. Of course, salary is a big issue. Salary is a real big issue for them. They don't make the money that the guys play. And security, that's another thing. Is their security. I agree with them 100% on this one. After the game, me and my buddy sitting out there talking. And those girls just walk out. There's no security out there. Anybody can run up on them. Wow. Anybody.
Okay.
Anybody can run up on them. So I agree with them 100% because I said the same thing. We stand up there talking, and the exit is right where all the girls came out. So all of them to start trickling out. Even though they compete just like any team, they out there talking to each other, talking junk. It's family there, but nobody else is there. Anybody can run up on them. So I agree. And they also asking for more visibility within the league and within sports. And I agree with that 100%. If you go to the ESPN page right now, it's the WNBA season. They're not even across the top of the ticker. You got to go to the more, click on more, and you'll find WNBA in there. Okay. It's their season. They should be on the top of the ticker.
Right.
So if it was not their season and they moved them off, yeah, I could see that. Right. But to me, that's ridiculous that they can't even be on the top of the ticker, and it's their season.
Right.
So I'm quickly behind the scenes pulling this up. So right now they have MLB, boxing, golf, NASCAR, NCAA football, and NFL. Does golf need to be up there right now on the top of the ticker? Does boxing need to be up there? Maybe golf, but definitely not boxing. You got to click on the 3 dots to go to the WNBA section on ESPN. So I agree with them 100% on that. There's no way that should be happening. None whatsoever, that they shouldn't at least have that kind of visibility. But everything comes back to money.
Yes.
At the end of the day, it comes back to money. They are losing money in the NBA. They literally are losing money. The league has been around, 25, 26 years, something like that, and they have yet to break even. Wow. So I understand those are issues. I agree with them 100%. But you can't. They can't afford commercial travel. Right. You can't afford. To me, you should be able to have 12 on your team at all times. At least 10. You can't practice. You can barely practice with 10. Salary goes back to money. Security, you should be able to have security. That, to me, that's no excuse. Right. That's no excuse. Invisibility, as much as ESPN show those commercials for the Wii ESPN and all that, to me, that's crock. That's a crap. You can't put the women at the top on the ticker, but you show them commercials. You show those commercials, we played. They show the games Friday nights on ION. Different days throughout the week they show the WNBA, but you can't put them up there. That's ridiculous, if you ask me. So I'm going to bring somebody on the show. She played college basketball. She don't know it yet, but she's going to be on the show. We're going to talk to her about some of the things that we can try and do to bring the WNBA women's sports to a higher realm. We want to thank Dr. Rona Cox for coming out today. Appreciate you. But we're going to take a quick pause for the calls, and we go to Stupid Sports News. Y'all can only see what I had to do on this off break real quick. All right. Undisputed. Oh, man. I watched the show. The first show was with Irvin, Sherman, and Johnson. Oh, Skip, boy. He looked so happy to be back on the show, but he looked so sad at the same time because this is what Skip looked like. He can't get a word in edgewise. Oh, Michael Irvin won't stop talking. I keep licking my lips because I keep thinking about Michael Irvin and how his face was so dry. He kept talking, kept spitting on everybody. He kept leaning back and forth, trying to get spit off. Richard Sherman's on the other side of the table. But I'm glad they back, well, but it's just crazy to see the three of them on there. So I always try, click in, on my breaks to see what the what the show is for the day. And it's funny to see Skip try to get jump in on his own show. Have you watched any of it yet, sir?
No, sir. Nah, because I'm not a Skip Bayless fan. I'm really not a Richard Sherman fan. Nah.
Okay. But I would ask you to at least watch it a little bit. But I'm gonna tell you the best part of the show is the opening. They got a new song from Lil Wayne called Good Morning. That song, as the kids would say, is fire. That song is fire. Lil Wayne, they got a new record. They got a new opening with him with the gold in the background. He rapping. I like that song. He could actually release that as a regular song on iTunes, and that joker would easily go to number one. I like that song a lot. So I'm going to ask you, please, sir, take a quick look at least for like 30 seconds so you can get your laugh on watching Skip going like this.
Okay, I give you my word. I take a look at it. I take a look at it.
30 seconds. 30 seconds. Yeah. All right, we got Shannon Sharp, and on first take on Monday, we're gonna see how that turns out. We got him and Stephen A. Smith together, so I think that's gonna go pretty well for a little while. Not the last forever. Just like that's what Stephen A. Smith says, he's gonna keep updating, bringing in the best talent that he can. So I want to let everybody know that it does start tomorrow. Now here goes some more craziness. Noah Lyles, the world champion, says the NBA players are the world champions of what? And all the NBA players got mad and said, we are the world champions. And then Greg Popovich jumped in and says, I agree. We just the United States. This isn't the Olympics. This isn't the world championships. That's what FIBA is for. And so a lot of them got mad. And so they've been going back and forth a little bit later. Sha'Carri Richardson jumped in. So what you think about that, sir?
Yeah, I caught a glimpse of what he said. I mean, he's entitled to his own opinion, right? I mean, put it in a nutshell. Yeah, he's entitled to his own opinion.
Yeah, I when I first heard it, I was like, I've been thinking about that for years. I'm like, they call them world champions. I know it's people from other countries there in the league, and that plays on teams. But I wouldn't necessarily say that they were world champions. They're the NBA champions. I've always felt that way. Since especially how you look at other countries. You look at most other countries, they limit the amount of foreign players can be on any team. We're the only league that don't. So if you look at China, Japan, Russia, all those leagues in the other countries, for the most part, they can have no more than 3 to 5 players on any one team from another country. They reserve those spots for their own countrymen. So you got to look at it that way too. So you got to reserve spots on your team for your own players. Isaiah said that years ago, and they jumped on him about that. how they asked, was the foreign players come to take over? He said, no, they're not taking over. We just need to be vigilant about keeping our own, like they do overseas. He said that 30-some years ago. And then, you know, anything Isaiah say is bad. So
Yeah,
that's
right. Right.
But we got Jonathan Taylor of the Indianapolis Colts. Right now is on the physically unable to perform list. He did report for camp. He's looking for a new contract. Jim Irsay will not pay him, even though he's still playing the quarterback that retired almost 10 years ago. And he paid $20 million to ship a whale from one side of the country to another, but he won't play his running back. Do you think that Jonathan Taylor's close to having a Le'Veon Bell season?
What do you mean by Le'Veon Bell? Where he go boxing? He turns to boxing?
No. Well, Le'Veon Bell set out a year of his own volition, don't get me wrong, but he wound up signing the same contract that he would have signed with Pittsburgh with the Jets the next year.
I mean, that did pay off in his favor, right? Le'Veon Bell got a NFL championship, right? He was on the Chiefs.
Oh, he was on the Chiefs, yeah. But what I'm saying is, money-wise, he signed for the same amount of money the next year with the Jets that he would have signed with Pittsburgh. Did that work out for him in the end? Yes.
Okay.
With World Championship, yes. What I'm saying is, he pretty much had a gap year. You know, I'm not going to go to college for a year. I'm going to work and have a gap year. It's like that's what Le'Veon Bell did.
Maybe, yeah, it could. Because, like I said, the latest report that I read, it was Miami and Chicago was in the hunt for him because, you know, the deal fell through with the running back that went to the Jets. They used to play for the Vikings. So that deal fell through. So maybe they would go after him, or Chicago might get him. You know, so
it was kind of floated that Detroit tried to have, made a phone call or two about him.
Man, Detroit ain't make no phone call about him, man. What they call that? What do you want?
I would hope that they would have. I would hope that they would have, because you got a serious 1-2 punch. You got the top running back from a year ago, and you got a rookie that you can bring along a little bit slower, knowing that he's the incumbent. And you got a 1-2 punch. You got a guy between the tackles, and you got a guy you can flare out of the backfield. Sounds good to me.
Oh boy. Please, Jonathan Taylor, if you're listening or watching, don't come here. Please don't come here.
Please come here.
Don't come here.
Please. I would love to see him in the Lions uniform.
No,
from blue and white to Honolulu blue and silver. Come on over.
How did the experiment work when we brought Reggie Bush?
It would have worked if they listened to him. Because your quarterback didn't want to lead the team. They went to the playoffs that year.
Well, by the time we got Reggie Bush, it was no tread on the tires. The tread was gone.
Yards.
How many years did he play with us? One,
yeah. They should have went. They should have went to playoffs and further. But the quarterback didn't want to lead the team. I'll find the article. I'll send that to you. All right, really quickly, it's time to do our predictions. We want to thank everybody that came out tonight. Don't forget to click like, click share, to tell people who to join our Facebook group. We want to thank everybody that spoke today. Even if you watch the show later on in the week, make sure you please leave a comment about what was going on. Let's see. Steve Hare said Wolverines take the field to the big house. Oh yeah, Deion about to play. All right. I'm sorry. That's not Deion. It's Colorado. All right, who you got? Colorado versus TCU today.
TCU 34-14.
All right, I got TCU 51-13.
Wow.
Okay, hold on. Let me write that down. You said, what'd you say? What was your score?
34-14.
I got 51-13. 51-13.
Wow.
And we got Lions in Kansas City. On Thursday. What you got?
Kansas City, 27-10. Easy. He just gave me the answer for that one.
All right. I got the Lions. 27-13. 27-13. Now this is what I got for you. I know that we've been talking about the Lions and they make the playoffs, and I got this right here. See this? See this right here? I've been holding on to this for about 3 years now. If the Lions win it all, I'm gonna find you, Felix, and you're gonna get your first shot. I'm gonna drink the rest, but I'm gonna give you a shot. I've been holding on to this.
I'm not drinking that garbage, man.
See this? See this here? You know I'm a Lions fan. It's the collectible edition. I've been holding on to this for 3 years. I'm saying I'm not gonna open it up until the Lions win the Super Bowl. If they win the Super Bowl like everybody said they are, I'm gonna be like Ned DeWino with my mouth open on the curb. You can just pour it in my mouth. You can just pour it in my mouth.
You're never opening that, man.
You never know. You never know. All right, everybody. It is our time to get out of here. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Thank you, Mr. Felix, for a great show. Our next show is September 16th. Don't forget to join the group. Don't scan it real quick. Tell everybody that we want you here because our goal is to be the soul train of this generation. Thank you so much. Be safe, stay warm, stay cool, and enjoy the holidays safely. Have a great one.